Yeah, it's too long. Spanish is is the longest Romance language actually. Spanish, on average letters per word. It's very very long.
Very long. Just like the series has gone, and that's why I think we're gonna have a 40-minute game. I think we've got a barn burner here. Faceless Void's probably gonna want to get a refresher here at some stage. Wraith King might get a refresher to refresh his ulti to counter the refresher of the Faceless Void. How many roaches?
Sure, yeah. I mean, Aeon Disc could also get that instead, but sure. I want to say just last point on this that when WhatsApp added the fact that you can speed up your audios, okay, I gained like 3 hours a day. It was incredible.
It's true.
Thank you so much for that.
It's true. Thank you, Mark Zuckerberg.
Was that Mark Zuckerberg? Personally, he did it.
He did it.
Thank you so much.
It's
Mark.
because he upgraded his brain CPU so much that he was experiencing life a little bit too slow, so we needed to speed everything up. It was like Data, he was like Data interfacing with the computer on the USS Enterprise,
Yep. His eyes would get dry because he would forget to blink between audios,
yeah,
right? So then...
Yeah, they needed to augment his lubricants there. Speaking of
Oh,
augmented.
Tip is going to get caught. Oh, what is Moonlight doing?
Hello?
Moonlight just closing Tip in? What does that entail? All right. They got him anyway.
We're going for like a Lynx around on that one. That was really weird.
Back to Warcraft.
Yeah.
They're surrounding him. That was so weird.
We have stuns. Just surround him.
I love that Moonlight was like, I can get a 3-man stun. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna stun one person. We just need one kill.
So weird. Whatever. It's a pretty big kill. Goes the way.
Yeah, Revenant got it. It's not bad.
Yeah, they're happy with that.
Level 1 Whirling Death is pretty awful, though. But against a melee strength hero, I guess is fine.
Yeah, I think he'll be just happy with that. Salacious Sea Lion here on the Hoodwink, by the way, and it is going to be a Tooth on the Skywrath. A hero that he does play quite a bit. A Tooth, by the way, one of the higher ranked players here
yes.
on Happy Seals.
Highest ranked carry.
He's ranked 300, actually, in terms of the leaderboard, which is a bit higher than Tib, his laning partner, who's around 500.
Oh. So Tib takes his role in the game, huh?
I guess so, yeah, probably.
Toxic.
Very toxic, that Frenchman.
Hey, you see what I mean? Like, Whirling Death level 1 sucks, dude. It's so bad. I don't think it's worth... Like, even in this lane, it's just not worth it. I think it's always level 1 Timber Chain or Reactive Armor in some cases.
Luckily, he's got Moonlight here who can, just kind of do this. He does not care for this Hoodwink's damage early. He was a little bit early here, so he's going to take a bit of extra damage in order to block that camp. But again, he's a Nyx assassin. This is kind of what Nyx does best these days.
Yep.
So that'll at least salvage his hits. I would say it's not as bad as, oh, hold on, Ray gets off the Scatter Blast, attack speed slow. He's going to try and go here to the Centaur camp. Oh, the stick charge, nicely done, actually. Threw off a Tooth's timing, and that is going to be a neutral creep deny. Very, very well done. I would say Whirling Death level 1 is not nearly as bad as something like Vacuum level 1, but it's close. I think we're on the same scale if we're talking bad level 1s or offlaners for sure.
Yeah, because it's not so much that the skill is bad, right? It's more like you just need other
It's
skills.
the implication, right?
No, no, this is not the Dennis system.
No, it is the implication. Because if you take that level 1, it means it implies you're not taking something else, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And since, as Timber saw, the other issue with this is that you want a Reactive Armor, like the level 2, level 3 has to always be Reactive Armor if you want to survive the lane properly, right? Unless the lane is easy, which you can go for a 1-1-1 build. And as a result, that means you won't get Timber Chant until level 4. So no mobility until level 4, pretty bad. Means you can be ganked.
Whoa, what
Or you can just kill Salacious Sea Lion. See if you had a Timber Chain here. Not a damage you could be dealing.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a terrible Whirling Death play there either, was it? But, yeah.
No, I know. I'm not, he's not playing
well,
that.
now maybe he's in trouble, right? Now maybe he needs mobility.
Oh, they just let him go? Okay. Maybe they're so used to playing Timbersaw, they don't know how to punish a Timbersaw like this. I think you can actually keep going. There's no Mortal Strike, though, on Double King, which I'm surprised by. I mean, I guess the healing is good against this lane, but Mortal Strike is, like, really good against Timbersaw.
Yeah, that's a good point. I guess, like, with Whirling Death so early on, you do lose a lot of this, like, critical... Because, when you lose your base stat and you've got a crit, it feels a little bit worse. So maybe he's like, I just want the healing for now.
No, that's why I think as well. Especially because you see Whirling Death, right? The healing becomes more effective. Yeah. Well, it should be, because you lose HP, right? So the healing is overall better.
Yeah. Double King's a gamer. I mean, it's true. This is why Morphling's always morph Agi and then use a salve or whatever, right?
Yeah,
that's the play. Cookie down bottom. They are going to need a bash here. They're not going to quite find one. So.
Yeah. That's what sucks about when you go for a time dilation void. I mean, it's definitely the right build. Ooh, good silence actually. Can they kill him? No, hammers in 1 second. Won't have time for it. Goes for Ray instead.
Not bad. There's got a cookie.
Yeah, not bad.
Tooth can look to toss in another concussive shot, but really have a good opportunity to find the mark he wants. I wonder if this is a lane. I suspect it's a no now that this lane is really showing its true colors on how hard it is. But this would certainly be a lane where even on a 5 Snapfire, I might dip my 3rd or 4th points into the little shredder just to really bully this guy as there's a Tooth getting the kill. But this lane is really hard, so I don't know if you'll ever find yourself in a position to actually use it. That's my concern.
I mean, time dilation makes this lane better. I've seen some Voids actually max time dilation just to beat against Skyrim,
Really?
for example. But yeah, but I think this lane is impossible. He's gonna die again. The Dawnbreaker is just so strong in lane. That's why the Void pick I wasn't a big fan of. Like, I like the pick with the synergy of the draft, but the concern is how do you recover on this here? You're not a lane or a jungle farmer, right? So once Dawnbreaker destroys your lane, and she will. What do you do? What's your plan to recover? Timbersaw kind of has to take over the game, and it becomes harder to play this game. This is what Corey's coach was telling me as well. Like, if you play Dawnbreaker, the best strategy is just pretend like the lane doesn't exist, because you're gonna lose it.
So far, it's turned out to be true. Timber doing a lot better up top now. You're right, though. Ought to be the point in Timber chain finally, as he just finally got his 4th skill point. This is coming at the cost of the Nyx Assassin, who's half his experience level here at level 2. But he's doing a pretty good job, at least, of interrupting pulls, making sure that he's just kind of feeding free creep waves underneath the tower here to the Timbersaw, who's going to be able to at least get the experience up. So nicely done, recovering this top lane after you got the first blood with Whirling Death. Good effort here. 3 supports mid lane, though, in order to protect here what I assume is the 6-minute power rune scuffle.
Radiant
It's pretty early.
I think so. Yeah, it was. Maybe just want to stay mid because Salacious Sea Lion see potential to kill a Puck.
It is.
If you catch him with the Aether.
Yeah, it is the time as well to start to put your wards back up. Usually they start to expire. You know, you put your wards down with usually a minute to go until the horn, and then they last, what, 6-7 minutes. So it is about now these wards start going.
Battle treads on the Void, but he's also going to be initiated upon. Good stun. I think they like the damage though. CDR, like the time dilation. Actually, going for Tib. They are able to get the kill on Tib here. That would be absolutely huge. Tib is so tanky though, never mind. How could I ever doubt Dawnbreaker in the lane? Yep. I am so sorry, I apologize. Yep, Big Mama.
He is going to not be pleased with you there. He's wacky with our big hammer.
I'm going to get punished later, Richie.
Yes, you are.
Salacious Sea Lion is rotated bottom too, maybe? I think it's a good kill lane, honestly. I think you only need the support to get the kill on the Void. I like CDR's build, by the way. He got the 2 points of time block to like somewhat not die in lane, but then still maxing the time block. Now you can still kill a Sky's Mage. Good time dilation. Who should die here?
Oh yeah. Even finally they get a bash there for CDR. Been looking for a 1-0 game. 2-1-2. There's that second skill.
Playing this well. This is really good, honestly. Like getting those kills on Sky's Mage, punishing the Dawnbreaker rotation, or rather going back to heal, which was pretty brutal. CDR getting the 2 points in time block so you can farm jungle afterwards. I like the Mask of Madness build. Help him also farm jungle. It's good. Eternity's playing this early game pretty well. Revenant, meanwhile, is solo top. No surprise there. It's a Timbersaw. He's reached level 6. Sky's Mage is here. They do not have, though, the Sharpshooter, so hard to kill him. And behind, a Puck. We find the Wraith King. Our Reincarnation just like is level 5. Chakram misses. Second Chakram will hit at least. The Revenant. It's a Timber Chain forward. Silence is stopping him, and he actually doesn't get the Timber Chain to anything. A Tooth will be the kill instead, or they're trying to. Revenant's out of mana, has the magic wand though. That's gonna be for one Chakram. That should be enough for a Tooth. Good silence though. Will he get away? The farther away is, the harder it is to hit, and they actually got nothing out of this just yet. Revenant is now forced to retreat here, as Mark is also rotated just to make sure that his supports can survive.
Yeah, really good times. 2 good silences, even with the now 2 points in it, right? Same cooldown though. Of course, the silence does increase with points in it. But the first silence there is Moonlight was holding on to the Impale. He did have it for a couple of seconds, just wanted to be really efficient there and guarantee the kill onto the Wraith King. Couldn't do so onto the silence, it's slow to a crawl. Second time there onto Revenant, kites him out as the Puck was, you know, in a bit of a rough spot there. Mark making another jump but finds himself silenced as finally Fixers gets to play the Puck that he's been aching to play, I imagine, all series.
It's true, yeah. Always stolen. Now let's take the Lion instead. Salacious Sea Lion. We'll be able to get away.
So is like a Sea Lion also wild to you?
No, they're very civilized creatures, especially the Salacious ones.
That's very true. They're the opposite of wilds because, you know, they're very paternal. Those Sea Lion dads always taking care of the offspring.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think they're called Cubs.
Oh, are they? I mean, Offspring is still, I would feel accurate, right? It's not wrong.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah, sorry. I was thinking of the '90s punk band.
What, the Seahorses? Is that a thing? The Offspring.
No,
Oh.
the Offspring.
What the heck?
they caught CDR. Another stun. This time, no! Another time the CDR gets away with just a sliver of his life. Level 3 time walker though. He's really just getting barely enough points to survive these engagements.
Oh,
Okay, now he's gonna.
No, it's Morbin time. He's gonna live.
It's Morbin time.
No, he couldn't say it.
Couldn't Morbin time.
No, he could not. Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say 3 points in time walk is the way you play a losing game, but perhaps sticking around this late. I mean, it's
You maxed it, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't get a second point time.
Oh, they're stealing stacks though. That's not bad. Moonlight actually got a couple of those. Oh, Double King. He's gonna be unpleased.
Dire's middle tower.
I like how every now and then this Wraith King just kicks. So good. I love the animations in Dota.
Oh, the animations in this game are absolutely wonderful. I agree. I think the DK attack, like the sound that makes, of the sword hitting something, is one of the most satisfying attack sounds ever.
Sure.
When I get a last hit with that, it's like a shock of pleasure that goes through my body.
A shock of pleasure. I see. All those eyes roll into the back of his head as he gets a...
Nope, do not do that.
Oh.
Puck. Oh, what a nice cookie.
Yeah.
Still dead because the Ancient Seal is brutal and he's maxed it, but good cookie.
Not bad.
The Skyrim Mage acts as a lie in this game, but the Ancient Seal has lower... I mean, he's just not as good with the Hex, right? The Ancient Seal is just a silence, so eventually the BKB will still be brutal against the Skyrim Mage. But BKB needs to be an early consideration for the Puck.
Radiant's middle tower is
I'm actually kind of curious now how
Dawnbreaker
Dawnbreaker is going to be utilized this game. Do you just save it for the Chronosphere attempts?
Radiant's bottom
Yep.
tower.
Oh, well,
next
speaking
game.
of, all right, there. I didn't have to wait long.
You got your answer, dude. And in fact, CDR could be in trouble. They hit him with a Raid Fire Blast. Oh no, the cookie's done. Cancelled tip. Scatter Blast. Ray's still alive. They get the Dream Coil off into a 3-man waiting Rift. It's pretty good. They need a little more damage from Mark, who can bring him down first. Now it's Double King's turn. Well, Double King has a double life this time. However, Fixers still wants to chase after him. Those are your... It's going to be for Salacious Sea Lion, I believe. Yep. Divide and conquer, they said. Salacious Sea Lion gets conquered instead.
Veni Vidi Vici, very nicely done there for Eternity. And really, for Happy Seals, it was more of I came, I saw, I got hit by all of their spells. I mean, they just kind of lined up, and like Nyx Assassin just runs on through, happy as can be. Spike Carapace active, stuns like 3 people. Impale catches 2, Coil catches 2. Revenant's got them all lined up. Perhaps, though, Eternity's taking around a bit too long. Well, Revenant's A-okay. He's actually got a Hood of Defiance with reasonable timing. And he's learned from his mistakes from Game 1, by the way, where he also played the Timber. He is building up the Yule Scepter.
Love it. I think that's a much... I'm okay with Timber BKB this game as well, by the way, I will mention. Because that's another... Like, you have Hoodwink to deal with, you want to dispel that Sharpshooter as well, so maybe you don't need a single dispel or more, so BKB would have been fine too, but I do believe Yule Scepter as a first item in this game is just incredible. It's something that he messed up in the first game, I believe, and they still won, but the lack of a Yule's meant that they couldn't stop TPs for a while, and then the silence kept catching him from the puck, so I'm glad. Ray? I don't know about this one. Ray's really close to the tower. Here's the Void. Activates Mask of Madness. Mark used all his mobility to get the kill on Ray, which means Mark is dead now.
And kill goes to CDR. He's just kind of farming nearby. Didn't even TP in for that one. Didn't lose any efficiency in terms of his farm. That's a pretty big death for Mark.
Do you think Mark got conditioned to playing too much Puck, who has like infinite mobility, and now that he's playing Void Spirit, he feels so limited? That was a weird play. You wouldn't do that on Void Spirit.
Could be. Yeah, you're very limited about your spells. I mean, same on Puck, but Puck put him in cooldowns a little bit easier to play around.
Puck's much more forgiving because you can Waiting Rift and Silence to get like 3 seconds for your cooldowns to refresh. You have the phase shift constantly, to save you. The Dream Coil as well is a good way to like stop the enemy from attacking you.
Latoof gets a free kill there, and the Nyx Assassin Nyx just walks underneath a ward and dies. It's going to happen a couple times this match for sure. But there go the Happy Seals. They'll go hunting now. Perhaps now, backed by a couple more teammates, Mark can afford to play a bit more aggressively.
Dire are scanning.
CDR has himself a Chronosphere, however, so it might not be the easiest of kills here, if that's who they're trying to get.
I don't know if they're trying to get him. I don't think he can go for solo chrono kills either as well. So The Cardinal feels a little bit weaker when you're farming.
Radiant's bottom
Much like
tower
Omni
is
Slash or
under
like
attack.
Eclipse, these are tools that carries can use to make people not want to gank him when they're farming, or not ganking with like 2 people or only 1 person. But since you have Dawnbreaker ultimate, I don't think it has the same impact this game.
Now, Revenant's going to catch a whiff of a bunch of enemies that he does not want to fight. So we'll go ahead and Timberchain on over to where his team is at. Oh, Moonlight is stalking a target, though. He sees Double King on some Ancients. Double King's going to need at least +1, maybe +2 if they plan on getting through both lives, and that's not really so easy at this stage. So instead of Eternity, they're going to go ahead and back out of their smoke attempts. Happy Seals mostly do the same, but they're still trying to wrap around here, it looks like, for the mid lane.
I'm not really sure what Happy Seals is doing, dude. They're just stuck in the river for a while.
They're Seals.
I mean, I guess
they're very
giving-
happy splashing around in the river, you know?
Right, but I guess they're giving Double King some space to farm, but I want Void Spirit to be able to farm too. He's kind of a farm-dependent mid
They're
laner.
bouncing,
You really need to scale up.
bouncing a big red beach ball upon their noses, then
Dire's
juggling
bottom
it.
tower is under attack.
That's what they're doing.
No, that's the circus ones, dude.
Yeah, it's a seal. They're happy.
No, no, those seals are not happy.
What?
let me tell you.
Ah, sure they
No,
are.
I'm sorry to tell you. No.
Just like when they point the chair at the lion, he loves it.
He hates it. That's why he's screaming. That's why he's screaming. Yeah,
Oh.
it's pretty awful.
Well, no lion in this game. He's been banned. Finally getting to see Moonlight on a different hero in the next assassin.
Radiant's bottom tower has
We'll
fallen.
see here if he can line up a stun. Again, he's got this Carapace, which is very good against many heroes. Now he's got the Vendetta to play with around. Couple changes to Vendetta.
Patient.
No longer breaks, of course. It's basically an instant attack now as soon as you right-click someone within range.
Yep. Oh, Revenant though.
Radiant's
Actually, Cookie
bottom
forward. He's gonna go for Mark. He's impaled. The damage
Nice.
is really high. Magic damage just tears right through him. Double King comes in. There's the health of Solar Guard as well. Revenant seems to be the target. Actually gets blocked by the Hoodwink tree, so he couldn't Timberchain away. And Moonlight is just kind of cockroaching around.
I don't know if I've ever heard that as a verb, but I like it.
He didn't do anything. He was just walking around doing nothing. So.
Well, he Carapaced a couple of people. He set up for a...
Yeah, but it was out of cooldowns and then walked between them like a real cockroach.
Nice stun.
Anyway, they found the Cookie stun on the Salacious Sea Lion. He'll die too.
Radiant
Where's the Void though?
structures are
He just
fortified.
I like that Cookie stun a lot because the way that Cookie works with if you are affected by forced movement is that it applies the stun immediately as soon as you can't move. So that meant Mark got stunned a lot faster than he was expecting there because they cookied him into the Aether Remnant, and that ultimately leads to his death. Okay, this is a bit aggressive, yeah, especially when you've got, of course, Ancient Steel, but they're going to get him there out of the Mystic Flare using another nice Cookie. Mark will give chase, but he's going to be stopped short here thanks to Moonlight's Spiked Carapace, and that's a kill onto Mark. Nicely done there on the Nyx Assassin.
Yeah, once again, Mark just keeps getting caught out in these initiations. Either they have an overwhelming amount of magical damage, fair enough, and a couple of
Radiant
stuns,
are
true.
scanning.
But it also feels like Mark doesn't understand his role in this game. Is that a victim more than an hunter? He keeps getting punished for utilizing his mobility a bit too early.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
And Double King, by the way,
Chrono?
they hit a... Okay, they used a Chrono
Can they
for
burn
his
his mana?
first life.
No, not, he's got way too much.
No, he is gonna get it back in.
Level 1 reincarnation.
But... Oh, wait. Double King? Do they have any more stuns here? They cook it to Void. Void doesn't really have Chrono, so he can't really fight this properly. Push back on the Void. Void's gonna die.
Yeah, that's no longer worth it.
Was there any... I mean, I guess the Dreamcoil was kind of a follow-up, but the Impale wasn't set up in time. Now Ray's being targeted by Tiv. Good use there of the Vault. Ray will die from Tiv's
Oh,
auto
Double
attack
King?
damage from behind.
Oh.
No, Nyx. Oh, he sniped him. Double King. Can he save the Timber Shot? No, he's gonna let him die too. Okay.
I mean, still not worth it. I think the play there for
No.
Eternity is that's fine. Use Chronosphere, snipe the... Because at that stage, Double King is still level 11, so he does not have Reincarnation level 2, hence it's on cooldown for longer than the level 2 cooldown. And that's not so bad, right? Double King is approaching this Deso timing. You know, him not being able to have his second life for, you know, over 3 minutes means he probably doesn't look to Roche here super early, but now you kind of lose that fight off the back of that. It's kind of rough. I could see why they make that play, though. Mark going hunting. He's going to miss Ray, though. Ray does get the D ward as the Bushwhack as well will swing wide and miss. So it looks like this tower mid lane will be focused now by Tib as he takes it down. Not before the TP comes, though, at least on Revenants. But he's much too late to do anything about the tower. That's gone down. Nice pick off there by Moonlight. He was going Blink Dagger here on the Nyx Assassin for his first big item after the Mana Boots. You'd love to see it.
Like it. Yep. They need some more initiation. I mean, it feels like that Chrono had good intentions, right? So I feel like if Nyx just has more mobility, that can help them out a lot. Still, they managed to, much like last game, I think the cores are keeping up really well in farm and on Eternity, mind you. And even though Dawnbreaker and Wraithking are looking really good, Mark has been denied. So they just need to start dealing with these heroes, itemizing against them. I like to see like Halberds, you know, BKBs ideally. Some Mana Burn wouldn't that be that bad for CDR, but I think at this point you just buy Shard and Wraithking.
Dire's top
Yeah,
tower is
I
under
agree,
attack.
right? Especially, there's like
I like it.
2 points on the mana burn,
Sorry,
by
go
the
on.
way, earlier. They did buff this ability in 731. The cooldowns are much better. The late game cooldown's a bit worse. I think it used to be like 3 seconds or something kind of ridiculous, so that's a bit worse. But the earlier cooldowns now for a value point or 2, especially against a Skywrath mage, do feel pretty good.
I do think that...
Oh.
They caught Mark again, but this time it's impossible to kill him. I do think the Void should start to deviate though. He went for a very chrono-oriented build, which is great for farming, but I would like to see the SNY time walking Void, you know, with the eventual Ags. But the idea of like, I just played a really long team fight with my time walk constantly around an early Shard.
Kisses now top lane. The coil was set up. Mark didn't see Fixers on the way on in, and he's not going to see him on the way out. The last kiss, ooh, not enough damage, but a cheeky little auto attack there up on the puck will secure it.
That was cool.
Tib has 2 stacks now. Oh, no longer actually. The time dilation is he is going to simply use his BKB to retreat. Fixers still giving chase.
Yeah. Tib. I am not... Oh, they're actually going to chase even into the trees. Fixers?
Dire's top tower is
You know, Tib
under
has no
attack.
BKB, so they want to punish it. I guess he doesn't have ultimate either. Can they push this tower? They still have Chrono.
They can BKB
Oh,
out
another
though.
retreat.
Or sorry, TP out, pardon me. No BKB.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're not going to really look to push it
So-
too much.
I am not a fan at all of this BKB early, by the way. What are you stopping with BKB? Like, realistically? You're stopping, obviously, Puck, right? You're stopping Nyx, Snapfire, and I guess to a degree, Timbersaw. But the Shard will do the same thing for most of these spells, right? Shard will stop the Nyx, Shard will stop the Puck, especially. Like, in this half to go.
Oh, and it's picking up.
Shard Blink would have given you more initiation.
Oh, does get hit by the roots, but it can hide away from Mystic Flare using the phase shift. Nicely done there.
Good illusion room.
Yeah, nicely done there on the Dispel. Tib is now in trouble. Yeah, stunned up by the Carapace. Even a little bit of minus armor applied and killed off, surrounded by 5. And it's going to be now ball firmly in the court here of Eternity. Whether or not they want to do Roche, though, before they take a tier 2 and outpost control is a different question. Doesn't seem like they're all on the same page. No, okay, they are going to go for Roche.
I feel like if this BKB had become Shard Blink, which is the usual build on offlane Dawnbreaker, it would have been much more impactful. And also, he would have been able to escape there. Just with a Blink dagger alone.
Radiant's bottom
I don't know.
tower is
I'm not
under
the big
attack.
fan of the BKB. Especially when Wraithking decided to go for Armlet Dezo and not BKB early, right? You're like not hitting the same time. Which means that you won't be able to utilize this massive window opportunity BKB usually gives you.
Moonlight, good blink up.
Moonlight has got a mark.
Yeah, he breaks the smoke. Double King as well, picked up by the Sword. Roche not dying too quickly,
Chrono.
though.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Double King's gonna walk in. Okay, run in. Nice control, but they gotta kill the Roche. There we go. CDR takes the Aegis. We have Dream Coil still. Nice evasion from Fixer.
Oh,
Don't use Chrono. Okay, he's gonna lose his first life to the Mystic Flare. Not expecting that, I suppose. Double King, however, will also lose his first life. We stopped Chrono CDR, but he just walked into a stun, so that makes it harder. Tib also dying in the middle of this. Eternity is forced to retreat.
okay. Well, they're underneath the ward, though, so Happy Seals, having neutralized the Aegis and even an advantage up now as they've got rid of the offlaner, are feeling confident enough to look for +1, but Mark can't grab anyone. That seems like that'll be the end of that. So at least the Aegis immediately neutralized. No Chronosphere in that fight, though. Of course, CDR basically time walking directly into a silence, and on the second life, just kind of wanted some rituals.
Yeah, but that team fight just was really lackluster. You know? Like, the way Eternity's proposing some of these fights is weird. I see Chrono, but I don't see the impact of Chrono. I guess BKB might make it easier, but still. I think you have a really good Chrono combo. We even saw cases used there by Ray.
Yeah, and that's where I was expecting a Chrono. That's where it felt like to me there was a little bit of miscommunication, perhaps, where Ray was kind of expecting it, or maybe Watt was calling for it, and the Void wasn't feeling confident.
Got Basher on tip before
They
the
did,
shot.
yeah. I did notice that with the Mithril Hammer, he bought out for it. Moonlight is stalking a target here. It's a decent catch. Just needs to stay out of tower range. The stun's going to connect. Fixer makes the jump. They break the mana, commit the coil. He snaps it voluntarily with the haste, and he's going to get away with the Sanj. Oh, and they've actually caught Revenant as well here inside the Chronosphere. Tib's a tanky target, but they're going to continue the stun. They They will be able to get the kill there. A 2, not able to find a return kill onto CDR this time because of the 4 stats that are online now for Eternity. Double King showing up to the fight, though, quickly losing most of his health courtesy of the shock from Revenant. That's another TP in here from Mark. Didn't die the first time and is here to punish the other Void, the Imposter Void, on the second time.
Ah, okay. Moonlight's gonna get the stun up on a 2 before he blinks away. Well done. He saw the TP from Mark, man. And he acted Mask of Madness as opposed to Time Walk. I don't know. I feel like Void and Void Spirit are both competing to see who can misuse their mobility a little bit.
Well,
more.
he is Faceless Void, right? So
weird.
he didn't really see him coming.
Oh, that's why. Okay, that makes sense, actually. He was just blind.
He couldn't see, right? And when he puts on Mask of Madness, it's like you can't really see anything. Yeah, I guess a little bit of tunnel vision there, perhaps, for CDR, as he was just looking to kind of focus everyone down.
Chrono was good, though. I will say, that was an okay Chrono. Even if it's Tib, which is the hardest and tankiest hero, you have to use Mortimer's Kisses with the Chrono, which is fine. You got the kill regardless, so it's an okay use of the Chrono, especially early when you don't have BKB. Definitely not the best one, but I'll take it.
This looks like a kill on the Revenant. Yes, sure, with the magic damage, they'll get through him. Couldn't get off the Yules in time. Good stuns, good control. Nyx Assassin was attempting to break smokes here. That's why he's standing in a tree, apparently. But a good dodge by Seals. And I will say, I think Happy Seals, somewhere where they extend, is that they seem always very willing to kind of drag out a fight. They never really, and sometimes to their detriment, I should say, but a lot of the times it ends up working in their favor, where they kind of very slowly take a fight and eventually find an advantage to get themselves, a kill here or there, and then eventually make a decent play after in the macro gameplay sense. So not bad here. Once again, Eternity looking to set up for a kill onto Mark. They're going to catch him, burn the mana. He has got an illusion rune, but the kisses and the coil committed. They really wanted him dead this time.
Yeah, I tried to break the coil with illusion move.
Good effort.
Because it displaces you a little bit.
Shuffles you. Random. Want their chance about.
Didn't get too lucky, though, on that random chance. It's also hard to do because you don't want to break the coil yourself, right? We almost have Shard on Ray, which is pretty impactful as well. He's going for the Shard Blink.
Okay.
I like to see. He might even go for Blink first, honestly. I think it might be better because for now he only has 4 staff. But getting that extra stun will definitely be useful and also a way to break that coil.
It's Shard.
Which is impactful.
Shard first.
It's Shard? Okay.
Yeah, I like the Shard first.
I mean, okay.
Yeah, against this lineup, I think 4 staff's good enough for now. They've been pretty aggressive in your face. Mark has been very eager to jump in, so I feel like you've got an opportunity to maybe make use of that Shard first. Although
fair enough.
I see the point for Blink though as well. Neither of them are bad.
No, fair enough. I mean, he'll go for Blink afterwards regardless, so this is the build, right? But I agree with you. I like the 4 staff a lot because of the save. Your Void seems really keen on dying, and so the save of the 4 staff is really going to help him in some situations. He actually already did. That Mystic Flare keeps canceling him. Now with a BKB, is going to help him out a little bit. But of course, he didn't deviate towards the Manta. It's not a really good item on Void. He has to go for the most efficient ones right now, and BKB will be. Once you activate BKB for the team fight, Skyreth Mage will be looking for that Silence Root to kill you. He just 100 to 0 you.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Tib now has Shard being delivered, so he's got this Starbreaker magic immunity, right? So look out for that. It looks exactly the same as BKB. I wonder if they'll update that at some stage, but I kind of doubt it, considering that, what is it? Elder Titan's Ags, also looks like a BKB. It gives you the same kind of buff, so I expect that will remain the same. But that can be a little bit confusing, whether or not Tib has used BKB or if he's just Starbreakering. Who knows? He's going to go for the Blink Dagger eventually. Now, you do still have to be facing the correct direction because you can't turn when you're at Starbreakering, even with the Shard, so you have to be facing the right direction. But that does significantly make it a lot easier, right? Of course, being Magic. I mean, they've caught someone here. It's CDR, but he BKB, so he'll turn back towards the 2, but doesn't have the vision. And now Double King's giving chase. They've dispatched the Moonlight already as the Blink forward from Double King. Forces out the Chronosphere, defensively out from CDR. He's still tagged, though, by the Sharpshooter, as Revenant is given, as well, a fair amount of chase from Tib. But Happy Seals are going to be quite peached with what they've forced out here from Eternity, as well as picking up the Nyx.
Yeah, and picking off the Nyx, I think, is particularly important because he's been a big part of the scouting plan. A big reason why the Chronos or Dream Coils can be a little more effective. And of course, the Wisp of the Chrono are also a big deal. And now you don't have the Dream Coil initiation, possibly. You can't catch Mark, which has been the ideal target for Nyx either.
I suppose, fortunately for them, there's a good chance that by the time Roche respawns, you will have that Chronosphere up. The issue is now without Chronos, Happy Seals ought to set up some pretty good control here. They're not going to deward this cliff, oddly enough. No, Salacious Zealand, I think he's going to go for it. He's a little bit scared to go into the triangle, and fair enough. But it seems like that ward will remain for now, as over in the mid lane, they have got themselves a buff.
Yeah, his orb. Oh, second orb will actually work out. A Tooth dies because of Moonlight as well. And they could potentially counter-initiate this, but there's no chrono though.
That's what they got to be scared of. Now Moonlight's going to go for the ward here. Happy Seal's quickly realizing that there was a Radiance ward here the whole time. I don't know if really Salacious Sea Lion had wards at the time on him, but that's going to be a bit unfortunate as he makes his way up to the next cliff to find a D ward at least.
You see Void is, by the way, going back for the Yasha, so Manta style it is, I think, to deal with the silences and the roots. Honestly, the Fusel Blade build is not that bad this game. Like, if you catch either the Wraith King or the Dawnbreaker, particularly Dawnbreaker, right? Even if you don't kill her in the chrono, you at least take out her mana. And the amount of damage the Fusel Blade does is kind of ridiculous as well. Good agility as well. It's a really old build on the Void, but I wouldn't be opposed to it. If you're already going Manta, which is not the greatest item.
You can proc it. Well, you do actually, right? Because it always hits on your time lock, right?
Yeah, exactly. And the agility is nice for you. It depends on if Void feel like this is gonna go super late and he wants like super impactful items like Scotty and stuff, or if he thinks that he can just get away with a Diffusal Blade and playing a little bit quicker.
Well, and I guess that's the issue with Diffusal, right? Is that it doesn't build into anything, so it does kind of feel like one of these items that feels like it builds or it wastes a slot, especially into the late game when you want Refresher, or you want your ultra efficient blinks. Like it just doesn't upgrade. So perhaps that's his thought process behind it. He's like, I mean, if you get it before 30 minutes, it's probably more useful, but for now it's like, what, I use it for 3 or 4 chronos and then I have to sell the item, you know? Like,
yeah, that's my concern with it, right? It depends on how much value you assign to the rest of your items. I would sell MOM before, or turn that into Satanic, rather.
Yep.
So that's how I see it. I feel like you still have plenty of slots, but otherwise it would be like probably Manta to Mjolnir, because it actually also benefits illusion.
I agree, and it doesn't feel like that great of a butterfly game given the overwhelming amount of magic damage they'll have for you at any stage of the game. So we'll see here. Double kick. Oh, okay. Double kick.
Good waiting, actually. CDR activates that BKB chrono. He just wants to kill Scarlet Mage. At least it's a kill. And now the Mortimer's Kiss is raining down. BKB used as well by Tiff. In addition to that shard, Double King will catch Timber Sauce once he comes out, but Revenant has a Timber Chain.
Brought back.
Able to survive for now. Sharpshooter protected by the Hooded Defiance, but unfortunately they can't protect against the hammer from this Dawnbreaker. Moonlight. Flight Carpets will not save him this time around either. Because the Tooth comes back, that chrono feels kind of useless.
Yep. And that
Fixers.
That's a good death by Mark this time, because he basically distracts what was Fixers and a +1 there. This is going to open up Roche. Oh, it would have if it was a faster Roche. It's a really long one though, 1 minute, and it looks like 30 seconds here, Avo. They have caught Fixers. I think that was just blindly up the hill. There was no vision there.
Well, they had the Acorn Shot, which gets vision. So the Acorn shot it up the hill, and then they used Bushwhack on top of that. And since he had everything on cooldown, he actually could not.
Right. But what I mean, like obviously Acorn gives vision, but like it's not like he knew where the puck was exactly standing. He just kind of shot that over.
He saw him.
Wait, what?
He walked.
The Acorn shot?
He walked over. No, he saw him earlier because he was next to him, and he walked over to the hydrant. I mean, it was somewhat blind, but he walked over because he pretended to jaunt on the illusory orb and then decided not to, and then walked over to the hydrant.
Burning a bit of mana. There's no shard yet on this Wraith King. He's got BKB, but no shard. He is not too careful with his mana pool. He might find himself all of a sudden suddenly unable to respawn.
It's Dawnbreaker
for CDR.
Oh, bottom. Can they catch him? They have no Aether just yet because time dilation. CDR is another time block. Mark is out of mobility.
They got the first life off Double King, by the way, in the mid lane, in the meantime.
Just wasted a bunch of time on this. It's good play by CDR.
That didn't need to BKB, didn't have chrono, so couldn't have used it, and he will have chrono by the time that Roche respawns near about. I don't think Happy Seals, unless they're all in the pit and ready to go, will be able to take down Roche in those 10 seconds or just so that they have.
Look at Ray pinging the farm. He's like, all right, I guess I'll take it.
guess it's mine. Oh, no, just kidding. It's Fixers. Or it's kind of.
No, he took it. Oh, he took the mid lane farm. He had a bunch of creeps on like really low HP, and he was trying to bring them to Fixer. Well, Fixer was not listening to him.
Okay, there's Chrono here now at the ready. Still vision for both teams on this cliff, as it's going to be Salacious Sea Lion to break the smoke, but they want a bigger target. They want Double King. Double King, who's got 8 seconds left until reincarnation. Don't think they'll quite catch him in time. So it's just Salacious Sea Lion to fall for now. There's Roche.
Yeah, smart.
Roche.
Who is gonna get the shard for this Roche? I honestly give it to the boy.
Reverse time walk. Little slide whistle.
Yeah, that's. I mean, the time walk cast range I think is the bigger part of it, but yeah, the slide whistle is nice too. The cast range is brutally good. And I also think that's the build you want to go for, by the way. Like the Manta into this Void is just like...
I think he takes it. I'm always looking for a reason to give it to the support, but the Nyx's one just honestly isn't that good. It used to be incredibly broken back when this percentage value was a bit higher, because then you would like build a Veil and Dagon, and then you would just like kind of one-shot.
No, because it was actually broken.
Yeah.
So what it would do was that it would reduce your magic resistance to 0 and then reduce it a further 17% for whatever.
And then you
reason.
would buff that with a Veil, and you would kill people basically with like Dagon 2 from like 2000 HP.
Yeah,
it was so
exactly.
good.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It was so stupid though. I don't know why it was like.
It was, you know, it gave people a reason to pick Nyx.
A prize.
I think there's always reason to pick Nyx.
Well, there is this game. The way Moonlight's been playing it pretty decently, I'd say.
Yeah. Well, that's a pretty good Nyx as well. I mean, any SA4 has played Nyx in his life. You know?
Is that so?
I think it's mandatory. Yeah.
Part of the
I
training.
can't think of any like Matthew, Moose, all the good
CDR?
ones at least.
They're trying to set up here onto him so that he loses his first stages. Tim's going to have to open up with a Star Breaker, or they're, okay, he's just going to force the BKB. A Tip looking at TP, no cookie. Okay.
Lack of communication there, right? Because the cookie would have saved him anyway.
Yeah. Or the Force Staff, right?
Didn't have to use the BKB.
Yeah, or the Force Staff.
Yeah. I mean, Sapphire was next to you.
Radiant are
And,
scanning.
Fair enough. Maybe
I mean,
Reflex
it
just kind of
happens. It happens. It is a bit surprising considering that, you know, Ray, CDR, and Fixers, they all live together. I assume, I mean, they probably don't have their PCs all set up, but, you know, they communicate a lot. So, I have to imagine. Oh, and there's Salacious Sea Lion. Gonna die for that D ward.
I wonder what language they're communicating.
I also am quite
He's
curious.
Singaporean. If Fixer's Singaporean, I'm assuming he doesn't speak Bahasa.
No, probably not, right? Plus,
They speak Chinese.
given the competitive history of CDR and Ray, they've played on some international Chinese teams. So I
right, so
assume
they
if
speak
it would
Chinese.
be any language, it's probably Mandarin. I don't think English.
Right, it could be Canton.
Could be Canton.
It could be Canton. CDR. Okay, just completely
Good
avoided it. The
kisses.
cookie's well done for Mark, and Mark's dead. Raytheon loses his first life. CDR spells in ages anyways. Doesn't care about the lack of chrono. Double King is forced to use the BKB. Body blocked here by Revenant. Force staffing CDR. Gets the time lock off. Double King's BKB is about to run out. Moonlight is forcing him to go
bushwhack.
a different direction, and that's going to condemn him to a swift kill. What just happened there for Eternity?
Yeah, that one fell apart pretty quickly, didn't it?
Dire's middle tower is
Choke
under
point, right? With Timbersaw and Snapfire damage. That Scatterblast will shard was ridiculous.
Yeah, huge stun there as well onto a couple of heroes. Good Chronosphere as well to kind of force the setup. And a big fight there for Eternity.
Dire's middle tower
They'll look
has
to push up
fallen.
high ground. I want to cut a replay of this. And I guess while they siege, we can. There's no buyback here on the Wraith King. Salacious Sea Lion's already bought back, so it's just Mark here in 20 seconds that can look for the buyback play. But for now, it looks like these mid-lane of Barracks are going to go uncontested.
I'm assuming Mark had no mobility once again there, but I just don't understand why he's the one leading the Wraith King. Like, why is he with the Wraith King? I feel like if it's just Wraith King dying and Mark stays behind, there was a bigger chance of him surviving.
So, okay, they got the melees mid. They're going to try and get probably at least the tier 3 top, but the Fortify is going to scare them back. Especially with Mark naturally respawning, Tib as well, having the ultimate. Wanting to
That month also made a huge difference, by the way, for CDR. That's also important to mention. Like that, having the spell, right? So you don't get forced into BKB immediately. Now he's going for Scotty, so he's going for the full, like, I'm taking this lane game kind of build. He's actually going for stats over the level 10 town, which is interesting. I like the time lock back to duration. I think it's actually pretty
that
good.
one seems pretty good, especially into the late game, where, you know, like that's, I don't know, in the late game, in half a second, you could do almost unlimited damage, right? That seems like you can actually backtrack quite a fair amount. I'm surprised. I'm surprised he's not considering it. Just the same as you. Yeah, over stats, right? Over 40 HP,
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I guess. Sure, he thinks it's worth it. Now here, still in pretty good control of this game, our Eternity. Again, it is still a Faceless Void into sorry, well, it is a Faceless Void into Wraith King, but more Wraith King into Faceless Void, right? So having that second life, that is on the Wraith King always, right? The second life, sure, for CDR, but the problem is, of course, controlling Wraith King through both of his lives. Last time wasn't much of an issue after it swiftly became a 1v5, but now that Happy Seals are going to be ready to go yet again, and are going to be forced to, in fact, given there's already another Chronosphere at the ready. See here how Happy Seals can look to hold. That's a promising start, especially with Lotus expiring. They're going to look to at least get the Aegis off, and they will.
Good. BKB on point when he comes back, though.
Nope.
Oh, I thought
Forced
he used
out?
it, actually, because
No.
Ethan already caught him. Wow. Important kill here. Happy Seals can still take this Revenant. He's forced to TP. There's the Bastion coming into play for the Dawnbreaker. And Revan could still be finished off here as he has no way to TP away. Rod of Eight actually falls after him. Evident. Ace him.
Big crit there for Double King, and that's going to be 3 dead, 4. I guess through the Aegis, still only 3. Which is not enough save there, honestly, onto the Faceless Void. He dies very quickly as soon as he respawns right into that Aether Remnants. Not, I guess, a whole lot he could do once he fails to get off the BKB in time. That's a good opportunity there from Double King. Again, the Lotus just barely expiring, gave him time to really set that whole thing up. So a good play there by Happy Seals, as they will not lose any further structural. They won't take any further structural damage here. As they continue to hold.
Radiant.
Happy Seals can still take this if they don't properly Returnerism will properly take fights here. Like that, they got a choke point fight and they got really ahead of themselves, and they still need to understand that you still need a good chrono, you still need to avoid Double King in the beginning. Mark is not always going to launch himself at you. It's not going to happen every single fight. At least double 25 on Puck is going to make a little bit of a difference, as Double King can be easy to control.
Yeah, Double King's got Shard now, by the way. Used to be the talent, but now he doesn't need any mana to reincarnate. That's going to be nice, as he is going to equalize at least a little bit of the mid lane pressure. Didn't get the ranged Barrack, so still a slight advantage for Eternity. The waves will slightly push, but not as hard as they would before, anyway. These super range creeps do pack a bit more of a punch than the regular ones. And nearly double the damage. And even some armor? Did I read that right? Look at that. They even have armor.
Yes.
Yeah, attaboy, super range creeps.
No, I don't see armor.
Yeah, on the
Mine's
super
bugged.
range creep?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, mine's bugged for the Dire.
No, Radiant don't have super range
Oh,
creeps.
never mind,
Yeah.
right. It's just the, I have the weird models. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
One armor is going to make a huge difference.
Oh, it's huge. I mean, the waves are going to push, right, is what this means. Slightly for Radiant. Not as hard, but it is going to at least allow them to not have to constantly babysit mid. For Happy Seals is the difference maker. You can see. Yeah, I mean, it does make a bit of a difference. You can see, like, this mid wave, this was just a pure creep on creep. Now, obviously, Puck is going to gank the wave under the cover of smoke. But, you know, it was the range creep and 2 melees living compared to, you know, the opposite wave. So, it does add up. Even more so
sure.
now is, I think, I guess at the 40-minute mark, the waves get upgraded. I used to have this memorized for some reason, but I guess here at this stage of the game, probably, what, every 7.5 minutes or something, so it seems like we're at one of those multiples. The waves get upgraded, so now that there's 2 range creeps in the game, in each wave, oh boy, big deal. These waves, they're going to push so hard.
I am surprised nobody on this team has picked up Witchbane, by the way. He just got it. And it would offer a free spell on the Skyreth Mage. I feel like it'd be a freebie.
That's targeted too, isn't it?
Yeah, you can... I think it's toys.
Yeah.
It's in a small area, so usually use it on yourself.
Purge ally or enemy.
Yeah. I mean, the purging enemy, there's no ghost hunters or anything, right? So it's not that relevant.
No.
I guess Void Spirit somewhat. But I think Witchbane is like, genuinely pretty good. Aesthetics Cap does the same thing, except you can't control it, right? So I am surprised that maybe the Puck or anyone is not really picking it up. This item always goes unnoticed completely by pros, and I've never understood if it's because it's really that bad, or at one point early they decided it was bad and nobody was trying it again. Which could also be the case.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know. I've seen this only, like, you know, AMs kind of always crave this item, you know, eventually when they're done farming and they start to fight and they want to burn everyone's mana, but even then...
It doesn't burn mana, though.
It doesn't?
No, it just deals damage based on the mana.
Oh, yes, very true.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, even better against Sky, though.
I've only seen it for the spell, but I feel like the spell is really good.
Yep.
I think the mana aspect is weak. When I see carries not picking it up against Dusa, though, and they pick up, like, I don't know, Penta-Edged Sword, for example, against Dusa, I always feel weird, because if you do the calculations, usually it's more damage on Witchbane, and I wonder what Penta-Edged Sword gives that's, like, so much better.
Guess a MAME.
With the MAME with a 60% slow, is that really it?
I guess. I don't know. Listen, dude.
That's what I mean. Like, I think that item is just out of the consideration of a lot of people, and it just doesn't get picked up as a result.
Oh.
I didn't know Aesthetics Cap could trigger.
I didn't know that either. Yeah, I saw that and I went, what? I guess that's interesting.
That's very strong, actually. You bait a lot of things with that. You don't know that.
Well, it's unlikely to work here again, at least not against the Sky, right after he's seen it once. He's
figured it out.
He's seen that trick. Yeah, it seems pretty strong, actually. Big go. Some more Void Illusions. We'll see if he wants to try and bait with these. That's always what I try and do in my games with the Shadow Demon Illusions. Just kind of send them in and see what ultis they use on it. 10 seconds till Roche is up. Roche number 3 here at Avo. I was correct. 40 minutes. Still in this best of 3 series here. Of course, for Eternity, this would guarantee them a safe net to prevent them from being relegated this league. Same can be said here, of course, for Happy Seals, who would not want to take a 5th loss here. They'd go 1-5 here should they lose this game.
I guess I have to take my shirt off next broadcast then. Because I lost the bet.
Yes, you do. That's okay, Avo. I think we can, you know, I'll let you off the hook for this one. We'll take a range check.
I think it has to be done. I think it's important. I have to take my bets.
Avo is a man of honor, you know.
A man of honor. It's
I made a promise.
I hope ESL is ready for this. I hope Twitch is too.
Oh no.
Well, that's almost finished his axe, by the way. 800 gold away.
Oh, check out what Fixer's taking, by the way, for his 25 talent. He's taking the Dream Coil.
I went for Dream Coil Rapid Fire. You know what this build that he went for?
Bang,
there we go.
bang, 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 bang. Oh, he got the kill.
Oh, he hits inside the face shield? Or was that just a...
Yeah, he does, yeah.
Oh, that's really good. Bangs. And the bangs really made me feel that.
Yeah,
You
you really need to feel the pressure, you know.
It's what I imagine a puck auto attack sounds like as well when it hits someone. It sounds like very much a bang.
Yeah, you know. With this one, he's I mean, I can only really quote Sonny references to you, but he becomes very much like Danny DeVito, you know, when he picks up a couple of firearms and starts blasting. That's what he says.
You always have the same 2 references. It's Danny DeVito and the guns, and Danny DeVito the trash ones. Oh, and the implication, sorry. It's the 3 references.
Oh! Oh, he's
Zoning
still
Chrono. Oh, he got him! They don't know, because he's in the trees! That's the first time I've seen that happen.
Wow. Oh, and they feed a gem?
It's simply real.
They feed Ray as well. That's no Mortimer's kiss.
That's disastrous. Oh my god, I can't believe that. I've got a replay cut of that. I did toggle on over to Radiant Vision just in the nick of time, because I used to think it does give you true sight over the area of effect of the Chronosphere, but it doesn't, like, you don't get blind vision in it, is the thing.
Yep. So in the trees, it's going to block it. They're trying to go for Salacious Sea Lion here, or perhaps just trying to distract him. Raking is not that distracting.
No, he's mildly distracted though. Plus, or minus 2-second Mortal Strike cooldown means he's very easily able to sustain himself basically solo in the pit. He's very annoyed by the double chakra. The blue one, of course, does more damage. It's like blue fire, it's hotter. Oh. Oh.
Okay, Double King. Oh, they're going to go for Revenant immediately. And Revenant will die even if Double King wastes his first life for this. They're committed to this. Oh, maybe by killing him, they prevent the crit, which means Revenant gets out. That was a well-timed kill. BKB forced on the Timber Saw as well, just to make sure he doesn't lose this advantage with gun. Silence Leash, they go for it with a Void Spirit. Hexed up is the puck though. He's silenced as well. Rooted, and he can't get away. Fixers will die. Buyback immediately.
Yeah, but Double King used BKB here on the second life preemptively. He was expecting a bit of a bigger initiation out from Eternity that didn't end up happening. Now without reincarnation here, still for 30 seconds. I don't quite know if they feel confident enough to take this Roche. Doesn't seem like it.
Chrono in 50. So it's a little bit dangerous. Dream Coil in 50 as well. I mean, they will have it before the BKB comes off cooldown, but just barely.
Interesting.
Happy Seals. They're gonna go for the Roche again. Okay.
Yep.
This Roche has Refresher.
This Roche does have Refresher. Chrono in 25 now. There is going to be the
There's no kisses.
Reincarnate in 4. No kisses. No coil for a further 20 following that. But maybe one good Chrono is all you need to win this fight, especially now with 20% backtrack talents taken. The slide whistle there. Flying a pretty big slow there to Double King. Quite annoying. Does work on Mortal Strike as well, that cooldown reduction.
Yep. CDR uses the slide whistle, got caught with a Hex. Into a pig, they hit him with shotgun. There's a nice cookie though. CDR will be out of this.
Now Revenants.
Nick's also getting a spike Carpus off. But you do hear an Abyssal Blade for the Timber Saw. Once again, Revenant trying to create some space. The Chrono gets used. It's for Tim. They don't want to take Red Team's first life. They want Tim's full life, and they will get it.
Buyback.
Tim's down. Red Team dies collateral. BKB here at CDR. Now fighting Double King. Double King tries to get away, but there's no BKB, so it's hard for him. He's slowed too much. Time dilation will actually guarantee this kill against Double King. as he just couldn't get away. Too many things on cooldown.
Yeah, and that's the BKB change coming into effect. I want to point this out every time it happens because I think a lot of people say 15 seconds, that's not enough, but it is really. Mark, though, into the stun he goes, does manage to live. He's got an Aeon Disc in 2 more seconds here. He might just be able to live off the back of that, but no, doesn't even need it. Dissemblate gets him out of a hard time. Mark is going to snatch the Aegis, though, as into the pit he goes, and down goes CDR. Double King's bought back as well under the cover of the BKB, continues to give chase here for Revenant, but he's a bit too zippy. Mark's going to immediately lose the Aegis to some residual damage, but the damage has been done here to Eternity, who might still lose Revenant, as he's kind of taking them on a bit of a wild goose chase, low on the mana, looking to TP out. Oh, no way. He gets out. Wow.
Still, though, the loss of the Aegis there, and I believe the cheese as well, which Happy Seals 8, made it really difficult, or makes it like this team fight doesn't feel very worthwhile. I think you also lost Refresher Shard. I don't know who picked it up. Void Spirit.
Yep.
Okay, so you lost everything there. You lost absolutely everything. Mark, great Aegis steal. Yeah, I guess you got the gold, Roche Gold, but that's irrelevant, obviously, now. So, but for this next fight, at least you have Refresher, which can be used on Mark. You can just use on Wraithing for double reincarnation, double BKB, and yeah, that's the case. Good luck, Eternity, bringing him down 3 times. With 2 BKBs, mind you.
Yep. Yeah, pretty rough stuff there for Eternity. This is starting to look a little bit painful, even if you still have that late game threat of the Chronosphere. Now the items are online for Happy Seals. There's obviously the obvious counter matchup there. And the Wraith King, who's starting to look even stronger now. And will soon have his own Abyssal Blade to kind of combo off the one that Tib has been putting to fairly good use, honestly, this entire game. He can be ready again for Tib. Solar Guardian, good to go. 25 talent, give him the 2 Starbreaker charge. Significant, right, as now he's going to be magic immune during that 2.2 seconds additional of magic immunity. It's looking pretty good. Bottom wave, though, has to be shoved back out, so Tib will TP back. Again, you can still take the fight here, though, with the Solar Guardian. Chronosphere is ready to go yet again. CDR considering a couple different items. He's had a Refresher in the quick buy, and he switched it up. I'm not sure what else he would really look to go for this game, to be honest with you. Doesn't seem to be all too good of a Divine Rapier game, in my opinion. Fix is really going all in, though, for this Dream Coil Rapid Fire build. Daedalus as well now picked up for the puck, so significant damage, especially with this DD rune. They will be troubled, however, to find a fight with the way Happy Seals are currently positioned, quite defensively. Got a bit of a lull here, Avo. What are you thinking? Over an hour here again for the second game in this series?
Easily. And I feel like as the game goes longer and longer, this Void Chrono team fight potential they have becomes weaker because the team fights are so far spread around that you actually won't be able to play between reincarnations, even though 60 seconds is trash, as Hector would say.
Yes, as he has told you in a couple of 15-minute voice notes.
He has sent me voice notes during this game, actually. Speak English, but he was listening to it just for that.
Radiant are scanning.
It says, Avo, why are you casting in English? What's going on? I can't understand.
Exactly. And he said that in perfect English as well, which is weird. It's very trippy. Ags on the Snapfire might help out for these initiations a little bit. I feel like Fixer's choice to also go for this. I mean, he's like halfway through puck damage, like puck physical damage, puck magical damage with his Octarine Core. But I like it. He's becoming a win condition, right? I still not a big fan of CDRs. I guess his build is more conditioned by what the enemies are building, but it seems more chrono oriented at this point. Hasn't really gone for any big items that aren't around the chrono. That's not great. This chrono's not very good against Wraith.
Yeah, usually what I end up seeing a lot of is this kind of haha I'm unkillable chrono or Faceless Void, where you just become like a team fight or like a skirmishing machine. You're constantly time walking off a lot of your damage. Time walk in, looking a little bit for maybe to bait an overreaction. You slide whistle back, bait a couple blinks in.
Exactly.
Might. Speaking of doing just that, it's tempting to try and catch here because you can expect a Dawnbreaker to be farming away from your team.
But at the same time, though, the reason why he went for this way, he went for
Chrono.
There's a chrono.
I think they can get this kill. They might just
KO
be
on top
right.
of this. Yeah, he should get him.
Oh, even Coil committed.
Team Coil just in case, huh?
Kind of a waste there. Double King summoned with the DD run. He's fully powered up. The King.
Double King. Moonlight goes invisible. Double King has no vision, of course, or no detective.
Oh, they almost caught him with Gem. Oh my god, Salacious Sea Lion giving chase. Oh, he knows he's caught something. He doesn't actually still have vision. Now they do thanks to the Gem, hexed up, and he goes there. Double King even stealing the kill. Sorry, securing the kill with a big old crit.
Yeah. Yeah, so the Void only went for this build because he needed Mask and Menace to farm jungle early, Maelstrom and some more Vayne.
Oh god. Mark like could not believe what he was seeing there. There was just a puck that came out of vision on top of the ward, and there's a ward there. Moved by Ray, but Ray is going to be executed by the King for that, feeding another Gem. Oh my god, the jump from CDR, who does not have Chronosphere, by the way. He slide whistles on back, and then now into the trees.
Okay, I guess the Manta is to protect him, but Bushwhack got only him. Perfect Bushwhack, pitch perfect. CDR's dead now. I did this play, it was so weird.
That was so risky.
Ray dewarding that?
That was so risky, especially because Salacious Sea Lion just caught your Nyx Assassin in the trees. Like, you have to give him, you know, put some respect on the Salacious Sea Lion name. There's just a CEO like. That's such a good voice line, especially in this scenario here. Puck's going to clear a wave mid, is able to at least evade here the Skywrath Mage. Has a BKB anyway, so unlikely to die here. And in fact, is thinking about making a dive here for a tooth. There's no Tib here to, you know, save him. There he goes. Coil Rapid Fire against the very low armor of a tooth. That's an easy kill. Puck did BKB to guarantee it, though, which means there's no BKB now to try and defend these top lanes of barracks, of which Double King are making very quick work of here, especially with the skeletons. Chakram doing a good job here, at least clearing the skellies, but now this is firmly lane shoving in favor here of Happy Seals. Oh, another jump here from Fixers as they're locking down Double King. Oh, let's get a burrow here, which does stun up at least one. Force Staff away, because Tib does have to preemptively BKB there to get the Solar Guardian on in. So no longer has it, but he's at least here and ready to fight.
Smoke here by Tib. There's Double King reaching for the tower. Okay, just trying to force the buyback on the Void, but the damage from this Timbers are so huge.
Yeah, he definitely.
Yeah, he went for level 25.
Yeah, that's the Whirling Death attribute reduction for sure. That was huge. Let's see.
That is huge.
He's at 100.
Oh, they forced the Aeon Disc on Mark. Not that bad. I don't know why he didn't just break the coil while the Aeon Disc. Okay. I guess now he's fine. Fixers could still be in trouble. There's somebody stunned. Now the Bushwhack catches him.
He's got buyback.
And it's not. They're not going to help him with Chakram in time.
He's got buyback, but he did BKB there in an attempt to kill the Void Spirit. It's just been like this kind of arm wrestling match this entire series, hasn't it been, between Mark and now Fixers. Now that Fixers finally gets his hand on the puck, he seems like he's very eager to go for a couple of solo kills here and there in order to try and give his team a bit of a better shot, but now his team's going to find himself, or his team finds himself in a position without the puck and probably going to be forced to buy back here in order to defend. Everyone was buyback in the game except for Double King for 10 seconds, though.
Okay, there's the Chrono here. They ignore Double King. They go for the Dawnbreaker once again. CDR's BKB is lasting long enough for them to kill Tib. Double King also in trouble. Whirling Death will finish off his first life. They set up for a second, though. The Impale. Now Fixer's going in. A bit more. One more Whirling Death. Double King takes BKB, though. Gets rid of the attribute reduction, which means Revenant will die. And they're still trying to find a Snapfire. Went ham, trying to go for the backslash, but instead she herself got cooked.
Got buyback. They almost had Double King there. They needed Snapfire for the additional stun, because Double King not only gets off the BKB, he gets off the refresh, means he's got another 2 lives to play with here.
Oh, that's brutal. What are they supposed to do against Double King now? It has to be Timbersaw getting one of these lives. Kind of like chance. Flight Whistle, Whirling Death, okay. A little bit of help. Double King, out of mana. Still dealing a lot of damage. There's the Void going in for the supports instead. They find the Skywrath Mage. Skywrath's about to die. They don't get Scatter Blast off.
There you go.
With a waiting grip, the damage will be high enough. Trying to finish off with Grandma. Yule Scepter will stop Double King, but in comes Tib with an Abyssal Blade. Impale, saving Ray. Nothing could be up to the high ground though. Tib is still be in trouble with a Drink Flow. Tib gets destroyed as the Simulate actually goes to the Spike Carpet. They silence his Void Spirit. Mark's dead too. Double King is now fighting alone. There's no reincarnations left. No BKBs. Nothing. Double King is dead. They finished him off. Regicide happened for Eternity.
I almost can't believe it. They're just good fighting there. Eternity managed to actually outfight. It does cost them all but one of their buybacks, but same can be said here of Happy Seals, who do conserve it as well, crucially on their carry, as does CDR, so he's the important one. And here's actually, a very aggressive play out from Fixer's, pardon me, who was looking to at least get another dieback out there. That was pretty close, though, through and through. Great job on the early couple of lives there, forcing out what was 3 lives on that Wraith King, but eventually they are able to take him down. really good play from the Snapfire as well throughout this entire engagement. Really impressed there with the positioning, the kisses as well from behind, which are not in this replay. It was the very first couple of lives and with that first Chronosphere. So huge plays.
Also, Remedy is playing out of fine. And that Yules to stop Double King was incredible. The way that he understands where he lies between tank and damage dealer because of this level 25. I feel like Remedy's doing a great job.
And Roche is up and being done in real time.
Is also great.
So this is significant. Up to fall here relatively quickly. Moonlight as well, offering decent protection now that he's got the burrow up. And that is going to be a big old Roche. Roche number 5, I believe, of this game as he drops everything. We've got tier 5s now in just a mere minute and a half. 2 heroes with buybacks, just both the carries. Remember that here for now as we'll switch back to net worth.
Okay.
It really does.
F Chrono for this next engagement, and the Ags on the Void, which hugely impactful. Oh,
he eats it.
never mind. He's gonna give it. Yeah, actually, I realized that it's Roshan. What is he?
Oh, he can eat it if he wants to. He hasn't eaten it yet.
Right, but why is he
I
not?
don't know.
Who's he planning?
Oh, you know
getting
what?
it to?
I think it's because, yeah, he doesn't have the buyback for it. So because this adds the net worth to your inventory. Yeah, so now he doesn't have buyback. Oh, he does have buyback. I guess he just did the math. Okay.
I love the Axe on Void. It's very strong with the field, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
The refresher at this point is fine because I guess Chronos are really important. So I'm not opposed to that. Even though I would have liked to have one more item like, I don't know, Satanic, right? But he sold Mask of Madness for refresher instead. Puck is once again your win condition, I do believe. Void is just there to set the right chrono, but Puck will be the one that carries this game. Especially now that he's reached level 30 and has Dream Coil's Pierce Spell immunity plus the Dream Coil Rapid Fire, which is an incredible combo. I feel like you can force a fight here if you're Eternity as well.
Will?
Yep, there you go.
He's poking, trying to get an overreaction out. Double King does not blink, though. He continues to capture the outpost. Again, only himself with buyback, so not going to really matter too much, or shouldn't, in this engagement. But Eternity eager to recapture control of the outpost. Would be a bigger deal for them, of course, if CDR were to fall.
Yep, yep. Still Maelstrom on the Void, by the way. We'd love to see the Mjolnir.
Went on to it. No upgrades yet. Now he is actually as well holding the Switchbane, so there you go. You got what you asked for, and I got what we asked for, which is another 1-hour game here, quite officially. Tier 5 is beginning to drop.
Apex picked up by Happy Seals. Hello.
Time is money.
That's gonna be for Tib, maybe? Yeah, I mean that would be so much HP on it.
Generation.
Maybe you want to give it to your Wraith King. No, he's holding Deso 2. These do stack, of course, by the way. Deso 1 and Deso 2 are unique.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why the rating is better with the Desert. The Bushwhack hits the Timber Saw, but I'm not sure about this one.
HP
Look
loss.
at how he tears through Double King. Double King's dead. That's his first life. Everyone's bunching up around him. There's not 2 Chronos here, so they could just waste 1 here on Double King. Rather waste, use 1. Oh, but the Hex gets the Puck here, and Puck loses Aegis. There's CDR with the first Chrono. He's gonna try to burn through the Scarf Mage. Tib inside the Chrono he goes. Well, Apex on in. Mortimer skins get dropped. Second Chrono used as well.
Fixer, though.
He tanks some of those Mortimer skins, but it's not good enough. Tib is dead as well. As now Double King. He won't have Reincarnation yet. Pressure on Fixes too. You have another Dreamclaw leave here. Should have it, but the Axon Void is too strong. Double King can't get away. He's just going to die.
Now Mark is in trouble.
He is. I mean, they can still time walk into the trees. Puck doesn't
They
catch
see
him. Searstone does. They have anything to cancel this with? No.
Okay, that's the buyback forced on Double King, but it took just about everything in the tank for Eternity to enable that. You know, I'm not sure what happened there. Fixers into the Chrono, or Chrono on top of Fixers, but he did end up burning a lot of his BKB duration in there. Didn't really matter because the only person that Double King could actually hit was Eternity, who was not going to die to simply right clicks of Double King at this stage of the game. So that made a really big difference, but in the grand scheme of things, I think it's just kind of a reset button here, Avo. As Eternity not feeling confident, at least without the buybacks, to go for a high ground push to end the game.
Yeah, I agree. And probably gonna wait for the refresher and the Chrono as well. Just get more levels. They need bigger items as well. They just got Giant Soaring. That would be huge on Timber.
Yeah, they've got all 5.
Oh, you got Force Boots actually.
Yeah, they've got all 5 now.
Okay, so what are the items? Force Boots, Searstone. Oh, Searstone's fantastic on Nyx. Maybe give the Mirror Shield to Void, honestly?
hard to say, right? Who's that holding it for now?
It's a tough one.
Yes.
I like the Stygian Desolator on fixers though. I do feel like he deals more damage.
Yep, agreed.
Oh, he messed up with a courier.
Dire have only the two, right? The Stygian Desolator, Deso2, and Apex, which is equipped currently on the Dawnbreaker, giving her 4100 HP. Again, this is a fancy...
No, it's still not there. You'll see now.
What?
Yeah. When you're dead, she equipped it when she was dead. It's
I see what you
5.5k.
I mean, this is good. Obviously, lots of bonus strength on this hero. But again, they've got amazing percentage-based damage in Whirling Death. This is going to be, I mean, such a detriment.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I mean, it's still good, right? I want to stress that. It is more HP, but this Timber is already kind of tearing through your entire team. And now Timber, by the way, with a Giant's Ring, so not only can he cut his way through the trees, he can now also just simply walk over them.
That's true, actually. Which makes it a little bit difficult sometimes to timber chain properly.
Good point.
Because you might be on top of a tree. It can be an issue, but we're hoping that he knows how to do this.
think
not many level 30
what's kind of
games.
unique about this is that he might just come out of the trees like it's a horror film, you know? Like you.
Yes.
Oh my God, the Timber's
Oh no, the giant timber saw!
from behind the trees. How could we not see him or hear him coming in his big mechanical suit? But yeah, I mean that seems. Yeah.
Well, in movies, sound only carries if you're a dinosaur. But besides that, there's no sound. Like if you're a giant spider, it's like no sound. They're silent creatures, right?
Spiders are giant. Yeah, I mean Broodmother's pretty talkative.
No, I mean they're silent when they walk. They're like cats. You know how they pit pat. So spiders apparently. Have you never watched those 1940s, 50s horror flicks?
Cats do not walk silently. Not when they.
Cats
Not when they want to be loud.
Right,
Whereas
this spider wants to hunt, so she wants to be quiet.
Yeah.
And silent, right? Cats when they hunt, I'm assuming they're silent.
Normally, unless they're tripping and falling over things.
Right, because they're stupid cats, but I'm not talking about stupid kitties. They are the smartest creatures in the universe.
That's true. There's the G. Also making an appearance here, the fan favorite, right? Twitch chat demanded to see it. The Wraith Pact is here. He's in the building. Yes, folks, he will be doing autographs out in the back.
Who has it?
Ray. Ray's got it.
Oh, right, Wraith Pact makes sense. Yeah.
Wraith Pact, of course. And that does mean that he's not going to have this Ag
Ray's
Scepter build that he was kind of building up to, one that you were kind of anticipating, but not in this occasion. Happy Seals, though.
What did I say? Yule Scepter?
No, Ag Scepter for the snap.
Yeah.
Now Force Boots here. I mean, at this rate, just get rid of your Brown Boots, right? Open up the slot.
That's true.
I mean, why are you having your Force Staff in the backpack? That's dangerous at this stage, I would say. Because you get the bigger Boots movement speed bonus, which is obviously from...
Yeah, I agree. Why are the boots still in his backpack?
Get rid of this.
That's a good point. Like, the smoke should be better. We might as well sell it.
I could see just keeping the boots in your backpack in case, you need a second pair of boots. You're just going to hold number 2. Did get hit by the silence? Wait, no way. Fixers dies here. The BKB and the cookie is good, though, from Ray. Tib looking for the kill. Is going to have to commit this coil, though. Fixers forcing this fight, and he's going to find the entire enemy team killed off there, picked off by Mark. Tib, BKB up, fighting through Revenant, fighting through CDR. Abyssal, though, he is going to be falling here quite soon, especially thanks to the Chronosphere that comes out. CDR is going to refresh, as Revenant doing a great job alongside Moonlight, holding back Mark, who does stun himself, though. Chrono number 2 catches 2 allies, and along with 2 enemies, though. They're going to get through Mark first without the Aeon Disc. He is going to drop quick, and there's all that whirling death damage for Double King, who's going to have to BKB to get his HP back. He's trying to fight now versus CDR, but he can already lose his first life, Abo. It's not looking good.
Double King actually stunned again with the Impale. Tib joins though and gets a double stun. Revenant has the cheese. He's able to heal back up. Double King now with a second set of reincarnations. What's going to happen to him? He's just going to lose it immediately.
That's all the buybacks from Happy Seals.
BKB though, does he have it? No, he used it earlier, and the cookie actually catches him with an Impale on top of that. Double King is going to die finally. Tib though, without mana, he can't really fight this properly. Gets one last hammer bash here. He tries to get away, but Yulsa prevents him from doing so, and Tib gets stunned along the way, can't get close to his hammer. Duke also bursted by the Mana Burn and Puck. That is going to be GG as Eternity take game number 3. It was crazy much like game number 1, but that seems to be how they like it.
That is how they like it in the NA region, as Eternity are going to end up taking the win. 2-1, that now sees them safely into, well, whatever the next DPC tours end up becoming, right? So they were just called seasons before. Now